This is going to be some good stuff here. You're new? Well, welcome, new, and all you new people. You know, if you missed the randomized tournament race yesterday, we had a pretty fast seed. There's someone actually get in his tower under an hour. What is that? But nevertheless, here we are, and we are off. Both our players are playing here. We're starting in standard mode, and we start off with a little fungus action here. A little fungus here. So mushroom, hey, maybe that's the beginning of a fetch quest. We are off here. So typical route here. We're going to go through our escape route here, picking up 3 items on the way, hopefully. Things we can use, maybe so we can speed up the sea a little bit. And here we go. Yep, that is me right now. So again, these players are pretty much in sync right now here. Let's see what we're going to get here. Oh, the unique 10 bomb drop. So we already have a nice little explosive power to take care of our villager in a few minutes. Heading on to the right here, both players will do this here. Picking up a little spare change. Right now it's just me rocking it solo here, so I'm just riding along on my unicycle right now. But it's all good here. So 20 rupees, not a lot of money yet. Again, hoping to have enough money to do a little something with in case we can't find any kind of sword or anything. Let's see how money gets. Definitely want to see if we can take care of that bottle salesman as well. So of course you all know the game. If you haven't seen the randomizers, they're just kind of doing the main things. The goal of the game is to beat Ganon, or Ganon as you all may say, getting all 7 crystals, head up to Ganon's tower, and take care of the big bad pig. But of course, we don't know where things are. 216 possible locations of items that have been shuffled all throughout this game. You all know that. Most of y'all don't. If you didn't know it, you know it now. And of course, they'll have to use their deductive reason to figure out where to go, to figure out how to get this game beat. They may have to do double dip, triple dip, go places that you may not need to do, like the potential pendant dungeons. But I'm sure all my regulars all want a pendant seed or a pedestal seed, right? You all will not be happy until it's both an Aga seed and a required pedestal seed and like a triple dip in, like, I don't know, Turtle Rock, right? I know it. Ganon, yes, totally French. Again, our players are pretty much in sync here. Using those bombs as our weapon. Good thing to have that 10 drop, because we don't have any sword or hammer in play as of yet. Look at this. Look at this placement by Leslie here. They've been practicing these bomb strats here. Oh yeah, tower room. Yeah, we're gonna have the big key in tower room and get in tower. Yeah, we'll see that in about 2 hours from now, maybe a little bit less. Alrighty, so we're winding down here to the bottom of our area here. We're gonna go pick up our boo thing from our jail cell here, so we can pick up from an item here. Again, a little bit later, we get a little map check to see what kind of pendant dungeon things we have here. Maybe some crystals. I'm personally a fan of the 3 crystals in Light World, but you know how this will probably be. That may not be a good thing either, especially when a key item is not anywhere near it. Alright, so let's see what's in the jail cell here. What do we got in here? Just a little bit more Big 20 action. So they're going to be both similarly on their currency values, 40 and 41. 100% fetch quest. I know you all working on those longest possible fetch quests. I know you all, somebody has, this is why if you don't know the randomizer, or if you have it and don't realize, there's a customizer mode of this where you can literally place what items exactly where you want them, so you can build those seeds that you all talk about so much. Maximum possible trolling, quintuple dipping dungeons and whatnot. It can happen. Well, I'm sure you all can work about that. And then you can share those seeds with all your best friends and all that good stuff. All right, so of course, because we are playing in standard mode, we do have light for the escape, unlike if you're playing open mode. So let's see if none of these last chests can yield something maybe a little helpful here. Maybe some boost to speed this up a little bit. Yeah, someone said they're going to work on a seed where you have to do Aga twice. Yeah, I'll see how that one works out for you. What is Kakariko Cave? See, Kakariko Cave is a cave in Kakariko. Bam, see? I'm here. I'm like literally inverse Jeopardy. I provide you the answers, not your questions. All right, heading through here, even though lamp is not required. This would give you that visibility here. Let there be light. The flavor. Well, I consider it English, but hey, flavor, I can deal with that. Heading over to the right side here, Liz, the first person to get there. And just a little more change. Working up our way to that 100 for that bottle vendor requirement. All right, a trio of chests remaining before we get to the sanctuary chest. And of course, thankfully, we had those 10 bombs drop earlier, so no problem with that. Go over here, pick up a key. It's going to have to do some nice little precision aiming here because this is our only weapon. And he's going to run. He needs to have at least one left. And he's in there. He's got to be careful there, down to 1 heart. Again, a little bit more challenging escape when your only weapon is a bomb and you have moving projectiles, or target, should I say. All right, so we're in another 20. So 81 rupees, so we can finish it off strong here. Hammer. Wow, well, that's a nice little trio. Plus 1 HP, hammer action and play, as well as a bottle, so we can immediately take care of Sick Kid as we head over to town. It just seemed that Leslie didn't pick up that. He didn't pick up that big 20 down there, but it's all good. I guess he's sure he's gonna get some money. Yeah, I apologize for the. I was literally playing a seed on my own stream, and someone came and said, "Hey, you're doing commentary." I'm like, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'm not perfect, but we're gonna try to make it up with some good commentary for you. Sanctuary Heart gonna provide another 20. So Leslie totally knew there was gonna be another 20 rupee there because he's psychic. Catastrophe a little bit behind here. Oh no, took that unfortunate death there. Yeah, a little tough there in that mouse room there. Ran out of bombs anyway, so that wasn't going to work out too well. Was he ran out of bombs? I'm not sure. He has 3. I got 3. Maybe man to get my eyeballs checked out. So, in the spirit of the chat who loves prolonged seas, let's see if we have a nice required item. First, a tree pull. Again, killing an enemy will allow you to see what the tree pull item is. We got bombs, which is pretty cool to have that going into the village in just a little bit here. 3 on respawn there. You know, that's why I wear glasses. I'm already blind as it is. So unfortunately, just a 10 arrow item there. So as of now, Aga's outlook isn't the best. Aga won, but you never know. You never know. Even though we have hammer. So heading to the Lost Woods, the Forest of Shame, and just more big 20s. Leslie, not a fan of money. Wish I could get that one place in my life where I can just discard anything I see on the ground like that. Up to 5 hearts here. Falling down into the hideout. I'm just so thoughtful. I should die more often in video games if I get 3 bombs back. Shoot. I've been playing this randomizer all wrong. Alrighty, so Leslie has been pretty good shape, and of course, Catastrophe will be as well, most likely. We've got money, we've got bombs already, and we have a bottle, so we can basically take care of everything in our village here. And we're going to start off in typical fashion with Thieves' Hut. Chance for a 4 chest, and of course, 1 item behind the bombable wall. Let's see what we're going to get over there. Go ahead and save some frames here. Be destructive. And what do we have here? Even more money. A little silver action combined with a nice aquatic shoe. And a blue rupee. Well. Okay. Silver arrow is fantastic, but pointless without a bow. Which hopefully we'll find at some point. So, of course, having those flippers automatically brings into play in logic as far as the hobo on the bridge, as well as all the Zora areas completely accessible. A little short on money, so probably won't see them head up there quite yet. Alrighty. Uncle had a nice little shroom on him. All right, and we already have our glove. Glove is in play here. So we are simply just one moon pearl away, or Merle as the common folk would say, away from Dark World access already. Run has been validated. A few upgrades there. The Arrow of Happiness. All right, let's see what the bottle vendor does. Well, maybe a slight little markup on a single heart, but nevertheless, we've already doubled our starting HP in just 10 minutes here. Catastrophe. Again, mimicking the same exact path here. You know, typical path to start off. Inside the foul is even more HP. Man, we are on the roll of finding these full heart containers here. All right, gonna head on down. See what's up in the chicken house. Taking care of that already, should I say, and go there and get some money or some bombs. Again, we don't have a sword yet, so we have very, very limited attack items. And we're going to need a couple anyway as we head down to the swamp area. But first, let's see what Sick Kid is trying to revive himself with. A little love. Oh, how soft. Man, all this HP, man. So here we go. Leslie is going to pick up even more hearts. Catastrophe is finally making it into Kakariko Village as well. Going to go through the same path you've seen Leslie just do. Yeah. All right, let's see if we need anything boots-wise as far as we go in the library. Nope. Oh, I'm almost disappointed. I kind of wanted them to work a little bit. Just a +5 bomb upgrade. Not going to go check. Going to do it blind here. So we're going to go see what's in our race minigame. And let's see what's going to happen here. A little walk. Can we get a little moon pearl? Well, it's a blue thing, but it ain't a pearl. Just a little tri-bomb. So that's it there. We're going to head back home and head down to the swamp area, most likely. See if we're going to take care of that. Maybe visit Zora. We get a map check there. And of course, that was so quick that obviously no one saw it except me. All kinds of crystal action in Light World here. Man. So we've got a pendant over there on Desert and double crystal on Eastern and Harris. So pretty cool. And well, we can take care of that silver action here because we done found ourselves a little bizzo. So that should make bosses, a lot of bosses, pretty easy now, having that super 100 HP damaging item there. Was Desert a crystal? No. That's why we have thousands of people to watch, because my 4 eyes ain't working always sometimes. So this seed is really making it seem like a very, very fast thing. As we find ice rod sitting there, ice rod in the lake. How does that work? I guess it makes sense. The deeper you go, I guess it just gets frozen or something. So pending a little light action to stay in logic, we can go ahead and take care of Eastern already. And uh-oh, need to be a little careful here. You know, falling down is a 1 heart regardless, and of course we don't want to take damage on Green Mail. So let's see what the 5-piece results for in Mini Moldorn Cave. Well, a little bit more blue action. A little bomb replenishment from the previously, and yeah, more hearts and stuff. Alrighty, well, going to probably continue. Oh, well, let's see what we're going to play here. Again, we do have flippers already, so Zora is in logic. All of Zora, but we're short a lot of money, of course. Yep. So we have, you know how seeds like this begin. Again, very, very generous supply of items here early on, but you know what that kind of yields in. Sometimes that is balanced out by some kind of trolley thing they cannot find later on. But we'll find out a little bit later. But for now, just our standard checks here. Going to head over and check Ice Rod Cave. Ironically, already got Ice Rod. So let's see what lurks in here. Again, having Lamp will go ahead and take care of Eastern ability a little bit later. To stay in logic here. Again, match the Fire Rod and Ice Rod. Oh, we got a little bacon action. That's a little tilde, as I call it. So again, that medallion may come into play a little bit later as we get towards our Dark World dungeons, but all in due time. Let's not rush that mess. Alright, so it's gonna head over here, maybe swing by a hobo here, maybe take a glance at the island here. Let's see what we got on floating island here. Just got some money, which would be quite nice to have for Zora, but we have no access to that quite yet. You want Fire Rod's boot block day? Yeah. Alright, let's see what our friend is doing or holding on to underneath this bridge. Catastrophe, taking care of many more of them as well. Again, using that hammer action here. This guy's got himself stuck in the corner by the door, making that a free shot. And of course, as you see there, the dusty dust. Little magic powder. What's he really doing underneath that bridge here? You got a little dust action? Okay. Alright, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
I mean, I didn't know that's how Hyrule operated, but clearly.
Oh, sure. I've been joined by someone, and I'm startled because I didn't expect it to happen. So let me calm my blood pressure down here for a second.
Hey guys, this is Vitasia. Joining Big John. I came over here and I was like, he's going solo. I can't do that to a man. That hurts. So jumping in, doing double duty for you guys.
Yes. Don't worry. I was scared too. Trust me. I wasn't glancing over here at the Discord. I'm like, what's going on? But nevertheless, I'm no longer alone, so I can now not be afraid of the dark and the scary game of Zelda.
Well, I'd still be afraid of me, because if you're in the dark with me, then we got issues. But that's okay.
Well, I'll tell you who I want to be in the dark in, but this is about Zelda right now. So
all right, so fill me in. I've been trying to keep up here. So what's the story so far?
Okay, so the storyline is there's a guy named Link, and he's trying to save his girl Zelda, or maybe it's Zelda trying to save Link. I'm not sure.
I mean, that's a little too high level for what I was talking about.
You know, some pig or Ganon or Ganon or I don't know, Ganondorf. I don't know what series we're in, but that's where we are right now. And we are just one item away from having Dark Roll access. Having Hammer already, we're having gloves. We've got Bow and Silver's Blue Mail. Quite a bit of stuff here. Almost able to clear one dungeon so far, but of course having Magic Powder, as we just got from the hobo on the bridge, going to see if that can be useful very quickly going down to Magic Bat.
Yeah, this seems to be the logical play, at least what these runners have at this point in time. You know, Eastern might be worth it. Catastrophe is going over here and checking Saha, but Leslie pulls it off.
There it is. So there's our connection, you all. We have Dark Roll access as of now. So we'll be able to see exactly how treacherous this will yield here.
Oh my, Catastrophe unfortunately pulls a fetch quest out of the back of Sahasral's hut, so that's more to do.
Yeah, and of course you all love your fetch quests. Hopefully it'll be profitable and something that you can actually use besides just some wasteful item that no one really cares about and just a time loss. And Leslie's looking at wasting no time, going to go ahead and make his way around to the Dark World portal.
Yeah, it's a logical play for Leslie at this point in time, and what Catastrophe is doing, going ahead and dipping Eastern, is also completely logical. The dark rooms are not overly difficult in Eastern, so, I mean, be like Nike, just do it.
Yeah, gonna see what he can do right now. Of course, you know, as almost every occasion it seems, we can already go ahead and take care of Thieves Town, but, you know, We got blue mail in play. It might not even be a crystal. And of course, there's our glance here. And we have all that good stuff there. We got a red in Thieves Town, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, interesting to note, the other 5/6 crystal is going to be Palace of Darkness, which we are only technically a lamp away from being able to clear in logic, so we could very easily see a lot of early progression here at that Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, that's definitely true here. You know, lamp is again, with us getting so many good things early. You know, like I said earlier, I'm a little worried about that one item we can't find, and you know, it might be lamp. Who knows? I know I just came from a seed that lamp was the trolley item. But we're gonna see. We're gonna take that early dip up into Skull Woods here, and let's see what we can get out of here. Hoping we can find a key, and we do.
That key's a savior right there. It makes routing all through Skullwoods just so much easier. You can avoid that Gibdo spike room of doom.
Mm-hmm. Of course, Catastrophe making his way through Eastern. But there's one item for Leslie there, finding the Tri-Bomb there. Catastrophe hoping to find something here, maybe a light source or something a little bit early. We'll see. Leslie's gonna head over to the second area here. Gotta be a little careful here. Gonna see what the stunning prize is. Unfortunately, just 1 rupee, so womp womp.
I mean, the single rupee seems to be the most common stun prize, at least when I see it. Catastrophe just finding a piece of heart.
Yeah. So here we go. We don't have any red king in place, so we're gonna have to do a little pushing and pulling here to get into this room.
The good thing is he's got the boomerang to go ahead and stun them as they're going through, which makes this a whole heck a ton easier than trying to maneuver your way around with, you know, the Trump grabby hands and the Gibdos trying to hurt you.
Yeah, speaking of hurt, gotta be careful. Down to 1 heart here. And
oh!
Well, let's make that 0 heart. So not too bad. Just gonna have to go back 1 room here. Catastrophe is gonna go ahead and break logic and just go ahead and do the dark room. Save bump again. Much easier dark room. Cheater, but it's okay. No cheating here. But again, sometimes it's all fair play. It can result in very good things at times.
And you're sounding like Patty over here talking about Andy with his hovering. Cheater.
Let me tell you, I just honestly did a seed where I just did all the dungeons in the dark for the first time ever. So I feel so wrong. I don't know what it is, but in this tournament though, this is what can win races doing stuff like this. Having that knowledge of these dark rooms, getting through especially things like, you know, God Awful Mire or something like that. And Leslie's going to damage but save time. Catastrophe out through the dark room here. Going to head over to the next 2 chests. And
now help me out. Did either of these runners already check Zora by chance?
No one's been to Zora yet. We've all been kind of under moneyed for that one. We did get flippers a little bit ago over there in Kakariko Village, but no Zora checks yet. No one's been to Zora. We had this diversion as the Catastrophe head over to the right side over here in Eastern. Leslie opting to stay on the left side. And so far, Catastrophe not found anything of great benefit here.
Well, I think worst case scenario, and the reason why I ask this is because Catastrophe has even though it's in the dark rooms, does have a fair number of rupees in a rupee room up here that he can go ahead and check in the meantime, just to be able to save up for Zora in case you don't end up getting that 300 rupee drop.
Yep, indeed. And Catastrophe is going. Of course, Catastrophe does have silvers here. So we did find silvers very early. So taking out these guys here and all these enemies is not going to be a problem here. Needs to get that key, get out here and good left and be done with it. Looks like no problem there. And there is Babby's first shield in our first chest over in Thieves Town.
You know what? People crap on the shields all the time. I like the shields. I like being able to block fireballs when they're coming at my face.
I like it when I have all 3 of them. I swear, I usually don't see shields too often. I don't know what it is. I think my randomizer program is broken. I think the website doesn't like me or something, but I so rarely get it. But nevertheless, let's going to head on through. Catastrophe, just 1 room away from our almost fight here.
Yeah, I blinked and they did the dark rooms. It was so fast. I mean, that's talent right there.
Yeah. Definitely know what they're doing here. So 1 arrow per guy, and we're gonna be done here.
So nothing really in Eastern Palace, although first crystal at 25 minutes, you got to be a little bit happy about that, right?
Yeah, definitely so. You know, obviously the only holdup from keeping it in logic was just a lamp. So obviously lamp is still out there lurking somewhere, but hey, you get 1 crystal out of the way, and especially with nothing that would have really affected logic. So kind of just like, hey, it's a freebie. Game on, keep on going.
Oh my God, Leslie, using that bloomerang does damage to the skeletons instead of stunning them. So just like machine gunned against the skeletons through that to kill 2 of them. That was, I don't know what the term would be that I would use it. Horrible, but amazing at the same time.
I think Leslie used the blue boomerang there more times in that past 10 seconds than I've used in the past 2 weeks playing Randomizer, honestly.
Catastrophe looked like he was trying to do a Houlihan setup, trying to bomb himself into that hole to glitch into the Houlihan room. Does look like Zora's on his mind at the very least.
Yeah, he's got a little ways to go. He's over 300 rupees short here. And I can't remember the exact number of rupees in there, but he's going to probably do that at least 2 times to even get kind of close. So what you need to do here is get a bomb and get knocked in by the bomb's explosion straight down. And if you do so, you get all kinds of monies. All kinds of monies.
Yep, this is 225 rupees. Worth noting as well for those people who are watching this, the winners of last spring and the fall tournament is on that little tile up there. If you talk to it, it'll tell you who won. Spoiler alert, it's Ben for both of them.
Wow, literally have your name engraved in a video game. Wait till you tell your friends and family how important you are. So again, Leslie having that hammer, you can obviously full clear Steve's Town. Hopefully we don't, I don't want to see a key. I don't like seeing a key here. Key can't be on blind, so.
It can't be on blind, although because of, oh, there's the key, of course.
God.
Oh, holy crap.
Well, Catastrophe on the fetch quest, paying off.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that slight route diversion gave Catastrophe a pretty nice item here.
That has significant implications for his Dark World routing right now in terms of what Catastrophe is going to do. We'll be able to do the whole south loop here all at the same time, can do Jeremiah and that section at the same time. Very nice item to have at this point for Catastrophe.
Yeah, having that in play, you know, if we can find ourselves a lamp and a hook shot, you know, we got a lot of access up on Death Mountain here. And here we go. Our first crystal attempt here for Leslie. Gonna hammer him. Again, we have no swords in play yet. So it's gonna be hammer action and not the hitbox.
Yeah, it's a horrible hitbox, and sometimes you have to swing from the side. And here's the problem, though: it's completely in logic. And if you have a weapon that can kill, that can damage blind, this might be the play as far as Leslie is concerned to go ahead and be your next step in the logic. The game doesn't care how neat or clean a boss kill can be. If it's logically possible, you might be forced to do it.
Yeah, and of course, with the help of that blue mail staying alive there, 1.5 hearts, and he'll have his first crystal as well. That's good stuff there. So 1 crystal for each player from different dungeons, of course, with the different routes here.
So wait, I just want to, let's see, we have Catastrophe now turning in the mirror, turning in the mirror.
Don't we give up the mirror like that? That's a good item.
I mean, it could be, but I doubt it. But turning in the mushroom, and from the witch, we have just a piece of heart. But still, So we had the shovel, which leads to the Titan's Myths, and the magic powder, which leads to the pearl. So 2 fetch quests, leading to something.
People in the chat wanted the beginning, and you got 2 of them already, so you can't be disappointed about that one.
I mean, I feel like there's a song that needs to be sung, but I don't want to ruin everyone's ears right at the moment.
Well, you can't ruin them any more than me singing about egg rolls in the past 4 years, so hey, knock yourself out, man. Well, I mean, at your own discretion. I mean, I don't be responsible for you getting letters and speed gaming getting letters on your singing ability. So,
well, this has been clipped a few times, Big John. I don't know if you've actually heard this or not, but it has been clipped a handful of times. Okay, so here we go. So this goes out to Catastrophe because we know where you need to go. Do you want to do a fetch quest? Or maybe do a T-Rock dive? You know it could be anywhere. Pull out your hair. It's going to be fine. It could be in vanilla, but probably not. I wish you would just decide. Do you want to do a fetch quest? It doesn't have to be a fetch quest. Okay, bye.
That's right, and wait till he sings that next week with Drake. Ninja ain't the only one that's gonna get viewer count. Lord help us all. Meanwhile, as Leslie picks up our cape up there, giving us access to check out stuff on Bumper Cave. Help us all.
Let's do a fetch quest, Catastrophe. Go turn in the powder, please.
Oh my Lord. All right, Leslie's gonna see if we can get any hype out of Hype Cave here. Catastrophe made his way back to the west side here. Again, more hearts here on Heart 10 here, halfway through our bar here. So we got little blue Kanye, red Boomerang to match the blue, but got a matching pair there. Big money. Oh boy.
Hey, don't knock the Cane of Berta. That thing has saved me more times than I care to admit.
Oh, dude, I'm loving it, dude. Getting both invincibility items so quickly together, honestly.
Catastrophe finally doing the magic powder. This is nice to see, and he'll be happy to see what's here too.
Definitely, especially having that Moon Pearl already. Should I say that Titans? So let's say Leslie's going to head over and we're going to get a check of the pyramid here. Never forget the pyramid, people. Especially not coming from the Aga direction. You never know what lurks. It may take a little time to get there, but 9 times out of 10, it's a waste of time. I'm just saying. It usually is, but you never know.
Yeah, but that 1 time out of 10 that it's something, it puts you so far behind if you don't get it.
Yeah, of course, Leslie's gonna pick up that money. Having all that money for Leslie hasn't been up there yet. So Catastrophe having those Titans gonna go the short way to get to the portal north of Kakariko. His first visit to the dark side of the game.
I feel like Catastrophe, even though, I mean, they've each done 1 crystal dungeon, Catastrophe with those myths is got to be feeling pretty good about that. That's 2 fetch quest items, 2 locations. Leslie hasn't even gone anywhere in that direction anytime soon, and it might be a little bit before he does.
Yeah, not having that shovel yet for Leslie. Again, a little hold up there. And again, with them taking kind of 2 different paths, eventually they'll probably merge together. You see Catastrophe now going through where Leslie's already been. And looks like Leslie is probably heading back to Dark World here.
Oh, that's a rude soldier. 1 bush? You're hiding in it? Come on.
I'm not sure how he actually fits in that position, but hey, whatever. I don't question Nintendo logic.
I mean, if we question Nintendo logic at every point, we'd be here forever.
Dude, don't even get me started on this game on how you like jump off a ledge and things hit you. This is the strangest game when it comes to hitbox. Like, you look where Shadow is and where you swing and it makes contact on bosses. Dude, don't even get me started on that. On this I don't even know what dimension this game is in. Is this like 2 1/3 D or something? I have no clue.
Well, that depends on who you ask. I think there is like some Z-axis shenanigans in some things. For example, the new Meyer rod glitch that's been found. But yeah, it's jank. There's no two ways about it. It's jank.
There y'all go, glitching games again. Can't we just play games normally? It's all good. Well, Bummer Cave, not worth the effort. Thank you, Alpha Channel, for actually taking time to put the 1/3 symbol in chat.
I mean, that's the important part of that comment, I feel.
I'm literally looking on the keyboard. I ain't got no 1/3 key. I gotta go look at my alt keys and all that mess.
And that Titan's immediately paying dividends. Catastrophe finding the lamp in the hammer pegs, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but that's our first fire source.
Yeah, and that's quite a interesting route to have to get that, shovel. That is a fetch quest to get a lamp there. And Leslie hasn't started to do that. So,
no, I'm worried that Leslie's going to put that off and go to Eastern at the last possible moment. I don't know how familiar Leslie is with dark rooms. Maybe avoiding Eastern until finding the lamp, which is a huge mistake right now.
Yeah, no shovel. That's going to be a problem, and that's the unfortunate thing when you have a fetch quest like that. When you just cannot, until you get to that starting point, you just can't get it done. And it's all randomized where it begins anyway. So Leslie, Catfish is not even worth picking it up.
Chat making an interesting point. That lamp puts Palace of Darkness in logic, as well as Thieves Town, which we've already gotten in terms of the 5/6 crystals. So we are completely capable of checking the Pyramid Fairy whenever Catastrophe gets around to it.
That is indeed true here. Yep. So literally got the book action from the locksmith, swordsmiths, somebody named Smith. So we can read, and of course as of right now, that's going to be our only way into Desert Palace at the moment. And that's not having mirror as of yet.
Now, mirror in Desert Palace would be all sorts of fun, wouldn't it?
No, you know how it works. Of course, Sasha Rahashala, holla, let's go see. And there we go. We begin Leslie. So the question is, how quick will Leslie take advantage of the shovel?
I think Leslie's kind of run out of items at this point in time. We'll likely dive Eastern, at least to take a dip in, see how warm the water is. We'll find out relatively quickly how comfortable Leslie is with dark rooms, though. This will tell us a whole lot about how this is going to go. Catastrophe, meanwhile, is kind of doing this south dark world loop. Opts to avoid the purple chest for now. Kind of had to make a decision. Do you check Dig Game or do purple chest and take that on a tour? But I mean, both are decent options.
Yeah, it's just one of those things when you don't, and typically that route, you have mirror and check all those things, the cave and everything so quickly, but with no mirror, you have to save and quit. It's like, you don't want to deal with the tag along dude, and definitely can't even get this done with him tagging along anyway, so might be better to do that now. Just gonna head back up. Maybe go back and go get Chester right now. Drop him off. Maybe he'll give something decent.
I mean, it's a nice check, and it's still taking advantage and really pressing that glove advantage. I really feel like if Catastrophe is going to put a dent here, and so any distance between himself and Leslie, you really got to take advantage of those mitts. Now, he doesn't know where Leslie is at any point, but you got to feel pretty good about that shovel mitt spot.
Yeah, definitely so. That's for sure. And hopefully Leslie doesn't forget about it. Catastrophe making his way down. Probably going to stop by and check Stumpy first and then save and quit. We can take care of old Chester.
So many boomerangs, Leslie. What's with boomerang strats?
Hey, if he has a favorite item, let him use it. It's like me playing Smash. I just find one attack I like, and that's all I do.
I feel like I don't know if that's Smash so much as Street Fighter. Like people just pick a Ken or Ryu and just Hadouken nonstop.
Hey, that's me. I'd be the most predictable fighting game player ever.
And if you win, nothing wrong with that.
Dude, my matching is better than your skills. Good, found me. So Catastrophe, we're gonna go hit on the hype cave as well. I hadn't been there yet. Leslie as well taking care of the dark room, so this lack of lamp is not going to stop these two players today. They got things to do, matches to win, and whatever it costs to get it, going to get it done. I'm not a lamer. First of all, I don't play fighting games. God dog it. Leave me alone. I'll play Mario.
I was going to say, this is clearly the superior game over fighting games, right?
Oh, fighting games. Oh.
I know.
Oh, down smash. Oh.
And meanwhile, Leslie working their way through the dark room, so comfortable enough with the Eastern Palace dark rooms. Catastrophe, the save and quit, will be taking Gary's lunchbox over to him. This could be significant here.
It could be significant, or it could be just womp womp.
I mean, that's why I said could be. You never know. Although the way this seed has been playing so far, with 2 fetch quests being out of the way.
I'm looking for hookshot, but I'm just not going to get that, obviously.
No, but Catastrophe, going with the book, going to keep following that logic breadcrumb.
Yep. So of course, let's go a little careful here. The blue cane not being as. I don't think Leslie realized you have silvers, my friend. Thank you. Because you're down to a half heart now. Oh.
This is gonna be a death. I just feel it. It's a death.
I'm gonna need you to be a little more positive. It will be a death. No, that's not what I meant to say. No, I want him to survive.
I've been playing Rando too much. The positivity has been killed out of me.
Just no faith in anything. Oh, the face plant. Yeah, kind of tough when you start in that particular room and the things begin to start spread out already. You don't really know. And Boots sitting there on the desert ledge there. So you can't really get more convenient than that with a potential Boots blocked item, and it's right there. So not gonna have any issues taking care of desert, which of course is a crystal. That's so silly.
It's a little bit silly. Yeah, I'll give you
It's
that.
so silly, man. It's like I don't know about you, but a lot of times I see when you're playing Rando, for instance, going into Mire, and the medallion you need is sitting there in the shed. It's like it's like someone dropped their keys outside their car.
That happens like a weirdly large number of times. Like
Yeah.
it's there, or it's in like the Turtle Rock medallion is in Hookshot Cave or something stupid like that.
Yeah, it does happen. And so Catastrophe obviously going to need to get those boots in. So going to head outside and get some fresh air and pick up a pair of boots while we're at it.
I mean, how long have those boots been sitting on that ledge? Do you really want to put those on your feet? I mean,
Well, I mean, they're just probably a little hot from being in the desert. Might have like a little scorpion in it or something, so just watch where you stick your toes at. Other than that, this ain't mildew. It's too hot.
I mean, okay, I'll give you that. It's not like they were in the swamp. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'd rather put hot boots on than like all sloshy boots with slime and germs and amoebas and stuff.
Oh God! Now I'm gonna be sick a little bit here. Let me watch it down.
Look, we had to endure your singing, okay?
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
So you leave my little swamp and look at there. You stare at yourself in that mirror that Leslie just found down there, over on the left side. So we got the mirror in play, man. So Leslie's not gonna have any problems flip flopping between dark and light world right now.
Oh, that's a real solid play. The problem is, if Leslie already had problems with the dark rooms in Eastern, getting through that one area, really going to have some problems with dark rooms through Palace of Darkness. We know the chain you got to do, Leslie. You just gotta turn in that shovel. Fetch quest. Listen to the song.
Please do it after the stream. Don't do it while you're racing.
Yeah, that would be bad.
So Catastrophe going fast. Leslie can check out his makeup or something, or maybe his mustache. I don't know. Whatever he's rocking. In the meantime, we're gonna keep on going through here. Again, these dark rooms and pod, a little bit more challenging, especially getting down to the bottom area. Just a little burrito there early on. Catastrophe has everything it needs to go ahead and take care of this ball, so just heading out. Not having that mirror luxury that Leslie now has. But of course, Catastrophe has those Titans in play.
Yeah, and I think the longer it takes Leslie to go turn in and get those mitts, the farther Catastrophe is going to just build on this advantage. Not that Leslie's making bad plays at this point, but at some point you gotta make that play.
Yeah, you do, and that's the rando for you. You know, these people took two different routes here, and you know, again, I'm a strong believer. You get an fetch quest, go get it out of the way now, because you know, if a fetch quest leads to a fetch quest, you know, you're just sitting here wasting time, exhausting all your other locations, really no reason almost. You know, it may not always pay off, but you know, go ahead and get it over with if you can, especially if you can get there quickly. So I'm curious to see how Leslie's gonna play this here. Again, like I said, just mentioned, you know, a little issue with the dark rooms earlier, and these aren't much easier. So we're gonna see how far in Leslie decides to go. Probably hoping to find that lamp. Of course, we know he's not gonna be successful on that.
All right, so Catastrophe getting ready for Moldorm. That's going to be another crystal, which is going to be amazing. Leslie, I mean, the mirror's a nice find, but so far, not a whole, other than that, not a whole lot here.
Yeah, if Leslie decides to go all the way, I mean, hey, the crystal out of it, but you know, who knows what you might find. You know, lamp could have possibly led to something else beneficial in here logically, but you know, you never know. Sometimes you break logic and good things happen. But speaking of logic, that's out the window right now, because Leslie's headed down to the big money rupee room, gonna get a little change here.
Blind gets one of the anti-fairies. It's actually kind of swag a little bit. That's not an easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm. So again, the key again, not having any swords to kind of use your charge spin to see, and of course, not really caring about that item over there. Going to head back up on the other side and head over to the left side where things are more fun. And Leslie not. Again, this is a skill set here. You know, sometimes you see these players obviously had to work to kind of get in this situation in the first place, but you'll definitely see this later on in the tournament. People just going for things you may not do, especially if you're a newer player of it. But it's going to be careful of all these enemies in here, though.
Well, at 3 and 2, you feel like you got to make at least a handful of gambles. Like, this is a win or you're likely out of the tournament sort of scenario for both these runners. So you feel like you gotta take a chance here. And Catastrophe, there's that hook shot, John.
Sure is, man. So Hookshot sitting there just chilling out over there in King's Tomb. So there is that access, complete access for the Death Mountain for Catastrophe at the moment. Again, no one's even been up there yet.
And again, it's worth noting that is following that seed. Everything is gated behind that shovel, leading to the Titansmiths leading to the book leading to desert to get the boots, and both of those allowing you to go ahead and get that hook shot. It's all behind the Titansmiths in that shovel, and Leslie's got to get there ASAP. Yeah,
and that lamp too there. So quite an advantage there, quite a big one. Not just a worry about obviously turtle route, but obviously we got numerous options for items. Again, we don't necessarily need to find the flute per se. But again, fast travel is quite nice. But we will need to check it out. Let's see. We don't have bombos as of yet. So again, we need some kind of either fire rod or that for the sake of Ice Palace. We need to have that in play at some point. But in the meantime, Catastrophe is going to head to where Leslie just was. And Leslie bounced.
Yeah, those dark rooms were really getting to Leslie back in that maze area. And I don't necessarily blame her. You're not going to find anything logically that you need. Well, I mean, you could find something, but we kind of know where everything at this point is.
Yeah.
Chat bringing an interesting point up with Turtle Rock and Skull Woods both being pendants. We may not necessarily have a fire rod required seed. Now, it depends. The right side of Ganon's Tower, if you have to go past that, does indeed require the fire rod, I think, logically. So, fire rod might be kind of an interesting point of pain at this point in time.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you worry about. That one item that you may not know you need. It's just kind of like playing this game and, you know, not having boots, and you go to Ganon's Tower where you could just have that bad luck of 1 in 22. Uh-oh, look what's on top of the torch. And next thing you know, you're looking for some random item, and you just gotta exhaust all your options. You know, especially do things like skipping the left side of Swamp. Uh-oh, we missed something on the left side. You gotta go double dip it or triple dip, depending on how many times you've been in there.
Yep, so Leslie looks like it's kind of taking the slow roll around here. You're going to be turning in something? Where are you going, Leslie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, looks like setting up for stumping K45 over here.
Yeah, again, we haven't had K45 for Catastrophe since Catastrophe doesn't have the mirror as of yet, so this is going to be our first look at that. Who knows? Maybe Fire Rod is there.
I mean, that would turn this game around. Fire Rod isn't logically required at this point in time, but I mean, you gotta go. Yeah, get the shovel.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Leslie's gonna be happy here, or really angry.
So let's see. In fact, I'm curious for Catastrophe. Catastrophe's knowledge of dark rooms, and of course, Leslie's gonna be a little through to see those a little early. I'm gonna Catastrophe knows these dark rooms in Pod here.
Well, Catastrophe has the lamp. Doesn't matter if he knows dark rooms.
Well, I still want to know if he knows them. Can we deactivate that? Can we just deactivate that right quick?
Just turn the lamp off to say, hey, do you know? We just want to know. I mean, this isn't a bit race. That'd be great.
I'm saying let's just change the whole mode to turn. I will say. Hey, mix it up for him a little bit. So let's see how Leslie's going to handle this. Again, Leslie's still short that lamp here. And, well, the mushroom.
That's the wrong fetch quest. I mean, we have to bring Jeremiah back home to get that book, which is kind of the next progression in this breadcrumb.
Yeah, at least Leslie's on the right path of progression or fetch quest. Maybe he'll think about doing the other one. We'll see. So Catastrophe is going to end up taking care of this. Going to be up a pendant, or should I say a crystal, in a little while. Leslie's going to pick up, I believe, which is a heart container. I think it was. It is insignificant. We never remember the significant stuff.
I mean, if we don't know what it is, like, okay.
Some garbage.
Oh, at least it's a full heart container, so that's nice. It's not thrilling, but nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up a blue potion there. Might need to use that a little bit later. Nothing wrong with that when you got the money. You're there already. Again, we're almost an hour in and we are still rocking swordless right now.
This is a little bit interesting that we've gone swordless an hour into this scene.
You know, I'm because of just a sheer number of items on Death Mountain. I mean, we're talking about, you know, probably about 20 locations between all this stuff. Again, having access to, you know, East Death Mountain and all that good stuff, and you know, hair is accessible as well, can be taken care of. Another one of our crystals.
Man, Catastrophe is setting up the hammer yump.
What is this strat stuff here?
Well, I believe you call it cheating.
Well, I guess, I mean, I'm pressing like, well, you're only pressing buttons. I mean, you ain't doing nothing bad. You're just pressing buttons on the controller. Just a unique order, that's all.
Oh, man. And Zora giving us that nice artisanal blend of blue goo. Better be worth it for 500 rupees.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, you always cheat when you press buttons on your controller. That's the way it works. Yeah, so breaking logic having his benefits, boy. So Catastrophe continuing to work on Pod here. Leslie is, where is Leslie headed to? Maybe want to go back to Kakariko Village again.
Well, I mean, this is a good play to make if he goes to the Dark World, gets Jeremiah, picks him up, turns him right in immediately. I mean, this could be a good play for Leslie at this point in time, because we know that book is kind of the next breadcrumb in the situation.
Yeah, really no reason not to do this now. I mean, you've got your Titans, you've got your mirror, you're here, you've already taken care of Thieves Town. Just get it done and get on the board to progression here, man. Progression is really holding them up right now against Catastrophe. Catastrophe going to head on over. Already having that light source, going to work on crystal number 3.
Well, and Leslie's not that far behind. Has one crystal that Catastrophe does not have in Thieves Town. I imagine Catastrophe will almost immediately do Thieves Town just because it's the 5/6. Although Catastrophe might be waiting on a sword because it just makes blind that much easier.
Yeah, it's not too far behind. But of course, one thing that does obviously help in a race is having boots, and you can just go a little bit faster and just general movement. So,
wait. You just blew my mind. Are you saying that in a speed run, going faster is a good thing?
Yeah, let me tell you this. As someone who's played a couple of games once in their lives, I know things go wrong when you go slow. Like, when I play Lost Levels, the minute you begin to slow down, things don't work out well. So, go as fast as possible, and you will always win.
You, sir, have blown my mind.
Boom! There you go. Then go, I don't know, go get real records or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Are you kidding me? I'm sitting here at like 1-5 in this tournament. I'm not getting any records here.
That's why I'm behind, just wussed out of it. Actually, I missed it. I wanted to play, but I would have gotten bodied. That's why it's nice and comfy here. Isn't that what commentators do?
Pretty much, we just sit back and and lob things at people and say, "Hey, you can totally do this better." It's like being Jim Nance.
Like, we're literally the ones who just talk junk about others, and we can't even do it ourselves. Is that what it is? I don't know. I can't. Catastrophe heading up, and we're going to take care of this evil, scary monster. Not going to be a problem. We've already got silvers, we've got hammers, so pretty trivial fight here.
Should be at 12 hearts too, so really shouldn't even worry about damage. Although it takes kind of an unfortunate hit. Should be relatively quick.
Indeed. I know. Can you believe it? No sword. No Swizzord. Who knows? Maybe I haven't been counting my eyes. Maybe this will drop a sword right here. Defense up.
Oh, we got blonde Terra, mullet Terra going on here.
Man. So we got red mail, no sword, and Babby's first shield. What a combo.
I mean, I've seen worse.
Yeah. So again, we don't have swords, so we can't get this, but we can check it. It's just a little change. All right, Chester, giving that tri-bomb.
This is good news for Leslie, though. Going over here into the desert area, we'll pick up the boots over here, which really leads to the next kind of chain breadcrumb in the progression item in that King's Tomb.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hopefully, again, Leslie will know that, okay, what does this do? And that's the kind of a key to a lot of randomizers. When you get an item like this, like, okay, think to yourself, what does this open up? And, you know, sometimes if you don't know, hey, break out a tracker or a map so you can know that. But, and of course, not to forget those spots. Sometimes it's very easy to overlook that one spot you think you've been, or you don't feel like going because it's too far away. And, of course, in this case, King's Tomb being a place that's usually kind of out and away because you usually only probably swing by that place one time, maybe twice in Dark World, and just get it done, man. It's like Pyramid. Just get it done.
Well, it'd be nice because, you know, I don't think Leslie has gone up there since getting the mirror, so you can go ahead and do the whole swing, Bunk Rocks, King's Tomb, and Desert, and Graveyard Ledge, kind of all in that same loop, and that would absolutely save time. We also know that will really help out in terms of getting the hook shot and what comes next in this scene.
Yeah, of course, the hook shot coming to play right now is Catastrophe's sitting in Swamp Palace here. Again, another crystal dungeon need to get done. And of course, the thing is, we are still looking for... What we're looking for? We're not really looking for anything right now. We don't know. What do we need? Let's see. What do we need here? We got mostly our medallions. We don't have any required medallion as far as crystals are concerned, but you never know. But we do get to find a sword, though. We gotta find 2 swords. And I got a feeling those swords just lying around Death Mountain. We had no one visit Death Mountain yet. Again, I think it's back. Is it in Logic yet? We did break Logic a little earlier. I'm trying to see if that's actually in Logic. So Leslie also going to be able to speed things up here with those boots. Go ahead and mirror back out to the entrance and head up. So here we go. Let's go head up Catastrophe. We can find a sword in here. We are still swordless. And there's the big key. So again, not needing anything but one key to go. Question is, Catastrophe gonna skip the left side or not? And
doesn't look like it now.
Nope. So we're gonna try to find those 2 items here. Let's see if we can find Red Cane.
Red Cane isn't even necessary in this entire thing.
Yeah, it really isn't now, because then we don't have to demire. Don't have to, but who knows, man? Maybe there's a sword stuck on somebody in there.
I mean, at this point, I'm looking over things. The only thing we technically need right now is some sort of fire source, either Fire Rod or Bombos, to unlock Ice Palace, and then we're good,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's the main thing here. Question is where, and Catastrophe could find it over here on the left side. We could find those items, or one of them, should I say? No, Fire Rod is good enough to clear ice. Can't quite full clear, but we can definitely.
The only dungeon, you know, you have Aga's Tower that requires a sword, and you have Skullwoods that requires a sword because you have to cut down curtains. Every other boss dies to something else. So it's entirely possible that all of the swords we're looking for are in Gaydon's Tower.
Hey, maybe they're all stuck between Turtle Rock and Mire.
Oh, I mean, I've commentated some bad seeds, but oh
yeah, we definitely we need a sword from. We definitely need a sword. We need something to bop old boy with. And almost a Fire Rod, of course, will give us access to those. So let's see what happens here. Catastrophe taking care of that left side and much disappoint.
I believe the phrase you're looking for is wah, 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 wah.
You know, me being a big game show fan, I will totally bust out the Price is Right of losing horns here.
Man, I can do some weird things with my mouth, but I can't do that.
I don't think I want to hear that in that conversation. Wait a minute. This is a wholesome stream here. We're playing Zelda
at the best. I mean,
what can you do with your mouth?
That's a question for the ages.
There you go. All right, so there you go. So Link to the Past After Dark. You all can go watch him on stream and see what he's up to.
Oh my!
One of those like 2 a.m. infomercials or something.
Well, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, back to the race. Catastrophe, moving through Swamp Palace.
Yeah, so again, more locations here. Maybe one of those will drop one of those items we need to get into ice. We're going to find out in just a few moments here. 2 chests. What do they contain?
Oh, there. That's go mode right there.
So we are in unstop mode now. Catastrophe has all the components he needs to get this game got. We are good. Everything else is just benefits now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we still need some swords.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to assume they're going to find so. I mean, we got this. I mean, interesting enough, over an hour in, we haven't even seen anything of Death Mountain. I mean, there has to be a couple of swords. You know, we're talking about, again, like 20 places almost up there.
I mean, what kind of crazy world is it that we're still looking for swords? I mean, we don't have a single sword. This entire thing has been swordless, which is amazing, A, and B, I'm glad these two are running it, not me.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm not a fan of no swords either. I mean, I've gotten a sword very late, but you know, when swords is the only thing holding you up from completing the game, it's just, ugh. But nevertheless, it's still pretty good progress. I mean, I just say an hour in, and we got everything we need here. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to make this fight a little quicker here because we have to do Menu City here. It's the Pokemon game all of a sudden again.
We call this turn-based action adventure.
So what it is, this is how your buttons go bad on your controllers, all this doggone menuing. Leslie picking up that hook shot down there in the King's Tomb.
Yeah, so this has all been pretty linear from the point that Catastrophe ended up finding that Titan's Mitt behind the shovel. It's been all very just kind of straightforward up to that point in time. And Leslie had kind of a nice little advantage prior to that, but that was it. I mean, that's really what came down to it.
Yeah, that's what happens here. And of course, if it's not being sorted, we still are going to have to take advantage of alternative items here. And unfortunately, reward with just some change.
Now, help correct me, Catastrophe had a little bit of trouble in the back of Escape, like getting through. So this is actually kind of a big swing for Catastrophe, right?
Yeah, Catastrophe was behind by a little bit. Little issues there, but definitely having a little advantage as of now. Again, it is rando. Things can happen. The same way Catastrophe was having a little struggle, it could happen again, but you don't know. But for now, though, Catastrophe is trucking. They're going to head over. We're going to go ahead and get all ice done. Having that fire rod, so we have our requirement.
So the question I have for you, if you're in Catastrophe's position, do you go mode it and just fly through this as fast as you can? Or do you stop and check everything because you're still looking for those swords?
Honestly, for me, again, I would just do it. I would go for it. And the reason is because I have to make my way up Death Mountain anyway to take care of that stuff. And it's a pretty high odds I'm going to find a sword in there somewhere. You just got to, you know. Now, of course, ice without a sword, well, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not desirable in any capacity. And I think Catastrophe realized that and says, oh, I'm going to check some of these other things before I get swamped.
You know, I mean, you just got through one boss fight using hammer, but, You know, when you're trying to fight that boss in Ice Palace with you know, such damaging bosses in the first place. I mean, even though he does have you know, a male upgrade, max male upgrade, you know, it's not fun.
Yeah, looks like Catastrophe is going over here, going to refill some bottles for the witch. Without half magic, it can be a little bit intimidating doing some of these later dungeons, especially when you are required to have full magic before you end up catching up to Cold Stare. That's a little bit intimidating, knowing that you can't use anything else.
Yeah, interesting. I haven't seen anyone buy a green potion in quite some time, honestly. They got always out for the blue just to take care of both, regardless of my health levels. But hey, save money. You know, I don't want to spend too much money, right?
I mean, that's the fiscally responsible thing, but you have 747 rupees still. So,
yeah. It's all good though. Hey, Catastrophe's gonna do what he wants to do. It's all good because right now he's got the advantage here, and I don't know, man. I honestly, I would not want to fight this boss without there, and I think because you have such a high concentration of items on Death Mountain. I mean, you can get, you know, Death Mountain East. I mean, you can get 8 items so quickly, you know, within a couple minutes. I would definitely just go up there first so I can at least have a sword. You know?
Well, I think Catastrophe is trying to route this to where there's only one trip up Death Mountain, period.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. And I would do that too. Had I already taken care of this dungeon, which, of course, Leslie's already done. Leslie wasting no time hopping in here.
Oh, I don't blame Leslie at all. You get all that progression and items right there. You're like, okay, I got to play catch up. Let's get some crystals. Let's get on a good roll here. And that's a clutch fairy right there. Was getting close to death, but nice.
Yeah. Again, not too hard for boss. You know, first phase and just, of course, one arrow out of him. Because Leslie's only at blue mail anyway, but everybody can do this fight, right? Everybody's a professional in this fight. And oh, silver wasted.
Oh no, so bad.
Literally
can't waste the syrup. I mean, that wall has a bunch of spikes on it. It was talking to me nasty.
Yeah. So there you go. So everybody's at max defense as far as that's concerned. Catastrophe with something I like doing, shooting a silver and just dashing behind it.
That's kind of swag. I fully admit it.
I like doing that personally on the collapsing bridge and pod, where most people do bomb jump.
Oh my god, yeah, that mini Helmasaur is a pain in the tuchus.
Yeah, I don't like getting by like that, but hey. It's always neat to see Randomizer. You get to see some interesting strats that individual runners have developed to get through certain little parts. It's always good. This is a great rating because you got hundreds of people playing in this thing, man. So, you know, not everybody's playing the same way, so it's pretty doggone good.
And there's always little like tips and tricks that, you know, people that aren't, I wouldn't necessarily consider top tier runners, will provide little tips and tricks and weird things. And there's new tech being developed constantly. I mean, we're talking about the Misery Mire glitch that just got discovered recently on a game that came out in 1991. We're in 2018. That's literally like 27. Oh my god, 27.
That's what you have when you have a whole bunch of us old geezers playing games for like 3 decades. Yeah,
I just realized exactly how old I am, and I'm sad.
Don't be sad. We're just aged like fine wine. You know, just think their generation of people were, what's your first game console? And they're like, the Nintendo Switch. It's like, wow, really? So,
and I'm like, the Atari.
I'm proud to have been owner of an Atari 2600. Thank you very much. Even though honestly, I used to just take all the carts and just knock them down like dominoes. It was the best thing ever. I don't know. I'm just bad like that. You know, the hammer strats here. All
right, so Catastrophe going through Thieves Town, kind of making way, still hoping for a sword. You're not going to find it here. Leslie cleaning up some other areas, so they're kind of tracing each other's steps right now.
I'm going to need Leslie to work on that marksmanship a little bit there. It's all good, little wasted arrows, but oh no. Life is good. The Dreamcast was simply Windows CE. Thank you very much. All right, we've established that now.
Oh, shots fired.
I literally just said that. I was bored. I mean, that's why I'm kind of geeky now, man. The things you find out.
I remember the Dreamcast. There was a few good games on it. I'm sad it had kind of a short life.
Yep.
Anyway, back to the race.
The race, as we see more, but this is really getting a test of these players, man, because, I mean, we're going to have to do all these boss fights with no swords, man. We got hammer strats, and, you know, we can't use red cane here, but hammer strats and some arrows here where applicable anyway.
John, I think we're getting ready to see Leslie Pro do our first check up onto Death Mountain.
You know, I'm expecting this to start with my grandpa just giving me a sword. It's like, you know, here, baby, take this. Don't be scared. Just like classic Zelda 1. Let's just go.
It's like, it's not safe to go alone. Take this.
I'm like, dude, you got some big old cauliflowers about to bother you. Here, take this sword. Maybe you can knock on away. Watch it. Sword 1, watch it. What'd I tell you?
Inheritance.
One of those 6-sided swords.
Are swords supposed to be 6-sided?
Hey, I mean, if you take it out the little holder, I guess it probably has 6 sides or something like that.
Well, Leslie's still got a lot of checks that he can make right now. Catastrophe looks like still going to be doing swordless, heading over to Ice Palace. It's like, I'm good.
Yeah, so I saw a glance of Spectacle Rock. Just arrows there, money inside.
More money. Oh, my God.
All right, so we're going to head over to, well, actually, since he has mirror, we can go this route and mirror back the other way. So also check that tablet up there. It does have book.
As book, no swords, obviously, but we'll see what we find here.
Well,
oh, no!
Uh-oh. That's the first time I've actually seen it. I'm pretty sure that's Bombos there, right?
Yeah, that is Bombos.
It's my first time seeing that text, actually.
And I love the Johnny Cash quote on top of that. Really classy.
I like that. So down we go. First glimpse of Hera here. Again, here is another one of our crystal dungeons, and again, better get through this one relatively quickly. Hope we can find a sword between 1 to 2 items. So far, forced down into the basement.
I mean, that's not bad, because you know that your opponent is going to have to do it too. I think that's really the big tell right there. Is what do you have to do that your opponent does not have to do? Things like that.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's a good thing. No bad choices, just forced. So interesting enough, again, Catastrophe going to ice. Again, we don't know what's in ice. He's in ice. First glimpse of ice for Catastrophe side. Our first glimpse of Hera from Leslie. Again, 3 items here. Of course, Catastrophe. I don't know. We don't have red cane here, so depending on what we're gonna see. Ooh, that was a little off there. Got plenty of hearts.
Plenty of hearts. It's interesting. This particular, I mean, the Ice Palace bomb jump gets it really clutch.
Yeah.
A lot of people end up using a sword to line that up. It's hard if you only have the fighter sword. It's even more difficult when you don't have any sword.
Yeah, that's me. This guy right here needs that sword. I need to see that pixel dog on it. So good stuff from Catastrophe there. Picking up all the spare droppage. Not leaving anything behind. So having hook shot, you could obviously go, you know, Ice Palace. Everything everybody says it. No one likes it. There's one knucklehead that's like, oh my god, I love Ice Palace. It's so cool. Like literally trying to be funny at the same time.
I mean, I think you nailed it when you called him a knucklehead because nobody no, I don't think any sane person likes Ice Palace.
Oh my goodness. So here we go. Catastrophe, we're going to go down the bottom path here. Again, bomb jumping over there, trying to get these items here. Having no key. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the biggest time save there, but unless you're going for full clear. And, well, there's the big key.
Catastrophe is still hunting for that sword, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, this
doing things kind of semi-go mode.
Yeah, this is kind of like not the dungeon that you want to be around looking for stuff in. It's just, you know,
looking for stuff in, especially when you don't have the cane right now. Like the cane to Samaria really makes navigation through here so much easier. And Catastrophe's, I mean, doing the best he can, but that's still not fun.
Yeah, definitely not so. Again, having to go this way and see if this chest will yield anything, and just another arrow upgrade as Leslie picks up that 5th crystal over there. 2 more to go.
In before Rando Room has all 4 swords.
Hush.
Calling it now.
Kind of mess. What kind of stuff is going on in your minds? This chat. This is your fault. You've been corrupting these people. Okay, so to be fair, I had to do a Burna Bombs Landmo required, so I don't want to hear it. Yes, I'm still salty about that. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, so Catastrophe is on Cold Stare now.
Yep, Cold Stare, and here we go. This is where it gets fun here. No swords, going to have to hammer it out. Again, having red mail, that's 2 hearts for each contact. So we only can take 2 more hits here. And oh boy, in between all 3 of them. Literally Bermuda Triangle right there. Press 7 that blue mail. So I'll go back to Fire Rod and just wail on them, get them dead. Pew, 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 pew. Always nice to have that long range item here. And on that last little blurb of magic.
Nope. 5 arrows.
Yeah, still not a sword. Still swordless as we head to that 90-minute mark here.
This is getting. I mean, it's fun for us to watch. I'm sure it's painful for these guys.
Well, maybe Leslie can see if that pain could be mitigated here. Well, there's the red cane.
Man, that's something you don't want to see if you're Leslie, because you're looking for a fire source to get through Ice Palace right now. You see that cane, you're thinking, am I going to have to dip Turtle Rock? Am I going to have to dip Three Mire?
Let's not think it. Here we go. Our next 5 pieces of items. We're looking for something that can cut somebody with, not increase our health to 14. Or maybe 15 at this rate. Good God Almighty. Are you serious?
Well, no.
A full heart worth of health there.
I mean, as the great philosopher of our time, Paul McCartney, once said, all you need is love.
Well, I tell you what. This is garbage, man. This seat would. Oh God, I'm glad I ain't playing. I'm glad I'm on this side. Here we go. We're gonna head over to Super Bunny Cave over here and see if one of these 2 can. Boy, getting close to that potential Turtle Rock dip, eh? Ugh.
Man, I'm really hoping it's not a Turtle Rock dip. I'm sure he's hoping it's not a Turtle Rock dip, but Leslie, buddy, you got everything. Oh, there's a sword!
Oh boy, the bunny comes through with a sharp object.
23:54. What?
Man, to go from people talking about all 4 swords in Randomizer Room, all 4 swords on Laser Bridge, like, what in the world? Alrighty, so maybe we'll find another one again. Death Mountain being the play here, and it wouldn't shock me not one bit to see another sword here in Hookshot Cave.
Oh, it wouldn't shock me to see the last two treasure chests over here be swords at all. But if they're not.
Yeah.
This scene is terrible.
Garbo. I'm gonna need someone go find Zethorp and tell him to block this seed from being produced again. Thank you.
I mean, okay. Leslie is happy, sees that Turtle Rock is a Bombos medallion, so you can't even get into Turtle Rock right now. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, just joy, right?
I mean, you got to take the little victories in this seed, I think.
Because he knows where it is, because he just saw it over there on the tablet, you know? And he has a sword, but he needs to have Master Sword in order to get it for if he just wanted to get it.
Oh man, if there's a Master Sword here, this would be horrible.
I mean, at that point, you don't even need a sword because you got Master, so that's a mute point. But, I don't know, Master Sword Ganon?
Oh, that's cruel. That was Sanctuary Heart in Spike.
It was. Yeah, that's cruel, but maybe it's nice, hey. It would give you enough help to get back out of here, maybe. So again, these guys do not want to do, again, you need to have at least Master Sword to take care of a certain pig. Fighter Sword is not going to do it.
No, Leslie, even before going, I don't understand why Leslie is not even considering Swamp Palace right now. Like, that's a crystal dungeon you can clear.
Yeah, Super Bunny Cave bottom chest has the first sword. We don't know where any more are right now. I have no knowledge, and this is one of those things that, you know, with there being so many spins required, even though we do have silvers for final phase, but prior to that, oh my goodness gracious.
We do see Catastrophe coming over here and saying, yeah, I'm okay, I'm going to at least check this side for a sword. I want some sort of something.
Yeah. Of course, Pyramid not going to pay off here.
Not in the way Leslie Probe wants it to. You really got to get down to Swamp for that Fire Rod.
But let's see what's in here. This is our first glance at the Fat Fairy here. And
nothing.
Monetary love, basically. So womp. No more sharp objects in there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure monetary love is illegal in 49 out of 50 United States.
Now look here, I'm trying to play doggone Nintendo game here.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm just starting to relate to people who may be new to the commentary.
Look, this is a wholesome stream. I am a wholesome streamer. You are not going to corrupt me. Good dog it. Monetary love. No, I give you a prime example. You have a birthday and your mom puts $100 in your green card. It's like, I love you. Here, have some money. See, ain't no freaky deaky going on that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll concede the point.
God dog it. What is going on here? Why am I even here? I don't even know.
I just nod and smile half the time. That seems to work for me.
Oh boy. I don't know what's happening. I'm so confused at this point. Nevertheless, our sword quest continues on. Leslie gonna finally take care of Swamp. Catastrophe still looking for a sharp object here.
I'm gonna find it here directly. Leslie is going to be finding the Fire Rod before too long. Will be absolutely nice. The real question is, will Leslie dip that left side first?
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. So Catastrophe gonna learn the hard way as well that I don't have what I need. But Catastrophe will soon probably pick up that sword as well and figure out what his next move will be from there. Probably going to take care of tower. I mean, Hera just sitting there, clearable.
Yeah, I mean it's.
And after that, it's just.
Man, we're gonna have to be a little bit quick on this game, aren't we?
Yep, that's why you're a trained professional. I'm just sitting back for along for the ride, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can handle it. Sure.
I'll just say the rules in German. That gives me a reason to use my German before I forget it all. All right, Catastrophe, we're going to head down to Hookshot Cave, of course.
One sword, that's all you're going to get, Catastrophe. You're done. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah. God, man, forget the big key game. We got to play the Master Sword game here.
Where's your other sword? It just logically, we don't have Bombos, so we can't get into Turtle Rock. We haven't even, we don't have the flute to even get into Mire right now. No. So, there's 5 plus Mimic Cave and Turtle Rock, so 6. 2 in Misery Mire, so that's 8. Versus all the locations in
I mean, really,
Tower.
Could this be one of those seas where it's gonna force you back, go into Ganon's Tower to find not necessarily bombos, because to find flute that may force you to go to. Oh, my head hurts.
Considering that Misery Mire itself has 2 items in Misery Mire itself, 2 items in the shed, and an item over in Checkerboard Cave, it is theoretically possible that, yes, you can pick up the flute somewhere in Ganon's Tower, defeat Aga, and says, no, you can't go to Ganon until you go over to Misery Mire.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, because Turtle Rock is basically not even a factor, honestly, except for maybe a 3rd sword, per se. Which obviously would be a great benefit versus having to do Master Sword stuff.
I think the best thing for both Catastrophe and Leslie Pro at this point is for a Ganon Tower Big Key that is deep in there. We're talking 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. One of the last few chests to maximize the chances that they're going to go ahead and find another sword. If it's an early single-digit chest, we might see one of them continue to go on until they find a Master Sword in Ganon's Tower, which I put them behind.
And that's a tough one. It really is a tough one because you realize how long these fights, especially if you're not someone that's actually practiced these Master Sword fights. So that's a lot of spins. That's a lot of hits.
It's a lot, but we're at 1:30. We schedule usually about 3 hours for these, so we got time, right?
That is true. All I gotta do is, I don't know, sleep, eat, lift, poop. That's about it.
I work at 5 a.m., so I'd like to wrap this up soon.
You hear that, players? Oh, you can't hear us. We're gonna need you to go faster. My co-announcer needs his beauty rest. Okay,
I wouldn't call it beauty rest because that'd take a few decades here.
Wow, the self shots here. There you go. That's an ice wrap we saw earlier, which is probably not gonna be too hefty and play this one.
Well, tell you what, guys, since this is going to be a really quick turnaround, I'm going to go ahead and start our guessing game. I'll do our announcement as soon as afterwards. Because this is going to be a quick turnaround here for Catastrophe.
Nope. There you go.
Yeah, that is Catastrophe's 7th crystal. So, ladies and gentlemen in chat, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a little game we like to play here at Speed Gaming. There are 22 treasure chests in the Ganon's Tower that can possibly contain the game is our big key 1 through 22. If you get your guesses in chat, if you're a subscriber to any of the Speed Gaming network of channels, or have donated at least 250 bits, you'll be added to our leaderboard if you're the first one to guess right. Get your guesses in. We got to stop here soon. As soon as Catastrophe goes in. Big John, sir, what's going to be your guess?
Obviously, 1. 1.
I mean, that's fair. You want to troll them along a little bit?
It's always in wrong. It's always in 1, except when it's not. But in this case, it is. Just watch.
Nope. I'm gonna go. Oh, there's the blue.
Oh
yes!
My goodness!
The train was alive.
There it is, and suddenly Meyer is in play, possibly. I'm almost 100% certain Bacon is going to be sitting on Meyer. It just makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going to guess at 18 just because I've been guessing 18 for the past few seeds, and I'm going to keep it consistent. But I'm absolutely hoping for Meyer to have all the swords right now.
Well, they could be there. Leslie better wrap up this fight here on menus. Meanwhile, we continue looking for the big key for Catastrophe.
4, 5, 6, and there's another sword for 7.
So we've made it to Master Sword now. So what do? Do you continue on and have to deal with a Master Sword again?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you do.
Looks like Catastrophe is not mirroring out.
Well, needs still needs his big key.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who needs the big key? Go to the right side and get it. It's over there. It's always over there.
There's Kevin!
Well, again, if I just got half as easy now.
Like, what was this? That's bull.
Well, can we get butter next? I mean, let's just go ahead and wrap up the whole foreplay, right? Oh, that didn't sound right. That one didn't.
I was gonna say, you're telling me about, family-friendly seed here.
Look, it's not my fault. I didn't make up the term in the first place. Now leave me alone, okay?
Okay.
Dang it. Shoot, nasty people.
Well, yes, yeah.
How do you even do that? What am I supposed to say in German instead? Vier spielen? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I give up. I can't win for losing.
Oh, we'll just go with it. Meanwhile, Catastrophe is still moving through here. It's chest number 9. It's nothing.
Oh, boy.
If we have offended anyone throughout this entire evening, I sincerely apologize.
I guess this is what happens when you have a Twitch audience. Twitch audience is just... I don't know what to say.
Yeah, let's
I just don't think about those things.
Let's blame chat. Yeah, I'm down with blaming chat.
I blame chat. You still have a Zelda mindset. Where's your mindset? What y'all watching on your second monitors? Good dog it. Oh, good talk on Fun Gates. Alles good. Wunderbar. All right, never did. I've taken care of all my RTL audience and.
Okay, Rando Room was nothing for Catastrophe, so that's 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so we're getting ready for Bob's Chest 14.
Yeah, someone was hoping for all 4 swords to be in Rando Room.
I mean, who was that crazy guy?
Oh boy. So here we go. We're going pretty deep into this dungeon here.
Yeah, we are going pretty deep. So that was 14. So not there. So we got 15, 16, and 17 here. And it might be right side.
We're going to have vanilla big key.
Not 15, 16, 17. We
Well,
gotta go right side.
I told you it's on the right side. See, just listen. This hard-headed.
Well, yes, I am hard-headed. That's perfectly fine. But we got Tempered Sword out of it, so I think it's a wash.
All right, what do you think? Do you skip tile room, or you just wait? Oh, want to skip tile room?
Skip tile room. My number 18 is still alive. I'm a little bit anxious about this.
Well, is tile room going to be that trollingness again?
I mean, it's a 4.5% likelihood, so it's possible.
Oh, so it's basically guaranteed. Well, we are getting down to nitty gritty here because we only have 5 more left. Well, 4 prior to tile room. What in the world was that throw?
I don't know, the Gibdos are not playing nice.
What's going on here?
Alright, here we go. 18. No, I'm dead.
Come on, tile room. Come on, tile room.
20. There it is.
My dream, my hopes and ambitions are ruined. So if you said number 20, oder number 20, or 30, no, 19 Diaz. Never mind, 20. Congratulations, you have won millions of nothing.
Big shout out to Natosi. First of our subscribers and supporters to guess number 20. Tosi, GG. In the meantime, we got Catastrophe climbing the gauntlet. Leslie is finishing up the 7th crystal, so we'll be on that way. I imagine Leslie's going to be entering Ganon's Tower right around the same time that Catastrophe is starting Aga, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that seems about right for sure. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I don't know French well enough. I'm sorry. Or Spanish.
And I know English and bad English. That's all I got.
When I first started learning Spanish, I immediately moved to Germany, so rip that.
I thought it would be fun to learn Latin in high school, and I was wrong.
Oh my goodness. Who wants some Spanish schnitzel? I mean, no, it didn't work like that, so. Made dose with dose. So, Catastrophe just doing the climb here. Pretty good shape here. We got Butter Silver, we got Silvers, and I think Catastrophe might still have that potion, that green anyway.
Probably. Also has the powder to go ahead and refill health as he's climbing up here. So, I mean, doing relatively solid here. The Zazzes are trolling him a little bit in this room, hiding behind the lasers, which is rude.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness, the chat has gone multilingual here. And I literally understand none of it all of a sudden. Help. Translator.
Yeah, I'm like G-J-E-E. I pronounce it. Like omelette du fromage. That's it. That's all I got. I'm done.
Well, I'm up here in DC. Let me go find one of those NATO translators. That's sure.
Catastrophe using spin strats. Saving the arrows, I guess?
Well, you got on for being wasteful before, so...
I mean, I suppose I gave that negative reinforcement for being wasteful before, so I can understand the hesitancy, but... Man, just go fast. I forgive you.
Just go fast, eh?
Just go fast. Like, that's... You picked up some dusty old boots in the desert specifically to go fast, so you go fast.
I want everybody in chat to go break out your fast emotes. If you got some speed shoot emotes or emojis,
get all your fast emotes. I know there's lots of people out there.
Our previous room, the Catastrophe, that's one room that I need. I'm always impressed when that room is done. It seems so simple, but this climb, this is really one of these parts of the game that if you're going to be one of those really good randomizer players, you have to really practice this climb. There's so many rooms to do and so many unique little things as part of each of them.
Yeah, it's not necessarily easy, and it's something that I think every randomizer runner absolutely has to practice consistently. And doing it with various weaponry and item loadouts. You know, Catastrophe is going through here without half magic, for example. That makes these torch rooms in particular a little bit perilous.
Yeah, Fire Rod is a pretty hefty magic point user. Because I don't know. Maybe me being safe, I think I probably would have checked those 2 prior chests just to maybe look up and maybe find half magic.
Well, I mean, you got tempered, you got silvers. I don't think magic is necessarily your worry. As soon as you get that full section, maybe for Cape Strats on Ganon, but you know,
you must not have seen me play apparently.
Well, to be fair, I haven't. I mean, that's a realistic thing. I'm not.
Why? Okay, it's all good. I'm over it.
You know what? Now I'm gonna take time out and go watch your stream and
don't
watch
do it.
Play. Just because.
Don't watch me. Watch Leslie and Catastrophe. Don't watch me make a fool. So, good guy in Buttersword, maybe, you know. Still lurking out there.
Yeah, Buttersword is still going out there. Let's see what else is. I mean, we got medallions if you really want them.
Yeah. So here we go. Everybody's favorite fight here. We got a duplicity, I think.
Nice double. Yeah, that was a very nice double. Evo, Catastrophe. Aghanim's not really behaving.
Ooh, wow, that one. So 2-1-1 so far.
Oh, this is a nice lineup.
Yeah, that's gonna finish it off right there. And
All
so
right.
finishing up with that single there, and we are off to fight Petunia the pig, right? Porky the pig. Somebody's a pig.
Mr. Blue Bacon himself.
Why is he even a pig anyway? You're thinking as Nintendo, you want to make a final boss and make a pig?
Well, really, it's a boar, and if you think about it, in the wild, boars can gore you, which is indicative of his wild nature. It's an homage to the wild nature of our. I have no idea. I'm making stuff up now.
The final boss is a wild boar. Okay, I'll just let it be. It's Nintendo logic. I don't want to question it. Hit hurt.
I mean, I thought we stopped questioning Nintendo logic a while ago.
God, if it would give me reason to question why it exists, I don't know. I give up. Meanwhile, Catastrophe on the phase 2 here, just bopping him in his elbow. The corner there.
True facts. His elbow's his weak point.
That sounds like Nintendo. Putting an eyeball on your patella or something, the body. Moving on to phase 3 already. So looks like Catastrophe is not going to have any problems bringing this home here. Bust out them sliver arrows here.
Did we find those arrows in the light world? Yes, we did. Oh, that was the worst timing.
Yeah, trying to avoid getting knocked off by the fire bat there, and decided to say, you know what, Bump, it's not worth falling off. And gets a
nice
double out of
double, though, yeah.
Definitely worth it. One more light, one more hit, and we will be done with this dumb game, which is a really good game, by the way, of course. So the pig has been roasted, or the boar has been barbecued, whatever. He dead, yo.
GG to Catastrophe. Gonna have our final time as soon as it comes through. Very nicely done, all things said, Catastrophe. GGs. Get your GGs in chat, guys.
Yeah, this seed was pretty, as I call it, this seed was a noun a little early, man. For some reason, we still got this done under 2 hours, 148 and change here. So GG to Catastrophe. Getting that win, moving on to what, 4-2 now?
4-2. Catastrophe still alive for the final bracket stages. We'll see if we can't get Catastrophe in here in chat.
Yep. Meanwhile, Leslie is continuing to climb. Of course, we know that the left side is not going to pay off his keys on the right side. So just getting through the semantics to clear this side out.
In the meantime, GG Catastrophe, who's joining us now in chat. How you feeling?
There you go. He said a mouthful already.
That's all. I mean, I think that sums the scene up pretty well. Silence.
We're gonna work on getting Catastrophe to be maybe a little bit more audible.
Hello.
There you are.
We in there. Yeah, GG Catastrophe. How are you enjoying this? Sure, this seed probably mimics your username.
There we go. I do change my speakers. Hello.
Hello,
Yeah.
guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Woo.
That was a seed.
Yeah, it sure was. I found 3 of the swords. That was a surprise, huh?
So, how does it feel to know that you went up there? I mean, you 7 dungeons, no swords. You find 1 in Super Bunny Cave. You got and the other 2 in Ganon's Tower.
2 in
How
Ganon's
nervous
Tower.
were you? Yeah.
Somewhat not nervous because the more spots you check, excuse me, the fewer spots there are, really. So, like, you know, I probably only had 60 spots left to check, and 4 of them had a sword. So I knew for certain there was a sword coming, but I guess I didn't know that there was 2. That's why I bought that blue potion.
Yeah, I tell you what. Let me ask you a question because this doesn't happen too often. How often, from you playing Randomizer, do you run into a seed like this where you just have no swords? You have to use hammer, and if you have it, Red King strats. So how often do you do seeds like this?
Somewhat often, not too often, but somewhat often. Usually not this long though. I very rarely have sword be my go mode item, and I can't think of any seed where I've ever had sword be my go mode item where I also had no sword. Like, usually when I have sword be my go mode item, I've got fighter's sword, so master sword is go mode. Having my last 2 go mode items both be sword is kind of crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that's an odd go mode, that's for sure. Of course, Leslie also just discovering that right side sword as well. Oh joy, right?
Oh yeah, he went left side as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, reasonable. You probably should, especially if you're gonna look for a sword anyway. I mean, I'm glad I went left. If somebody told me that the Ganon's Tower big key was on the right, I would have gone left anyway because I needed a sword. And sure enough, that's what happened.
So let me kind of paint the picture for you here. It felt like everything kind of bottlenecked right around that shovel.
Yes, it did.
With the Titan's mitts, and that's really was the differentiating factor. It's not. I wouldn't say there was a huge execution difference between you and Leslie Pro. It was.
He's very good.
Went to that shovel spot first, and GG after that.
Wow. I remember Moon Pearl being somewhere funny as well. Oh, Magic Bat.
Yeah, Magic Bat. There were 2 fetch quests, so I'm sorry to say I sang for you guys when you go back and watch the VOD.
Great. Awesome. Thank you, though.
Yeah,
So,
I would not watch the playback on that one. I'm pretty sure you probably heard me sing anyway.
Man, ouch.
Hey, you said it wasn't the best. I'm just hey.
So how about the start though? So it was a bomb start. That doesn't happen to me very often. For whatever reason, when I roll practice seeds, I don't get very many bomb starts. And this tournament, actually, that was my first bomb start of the tournament. And I thought it was a disaster because I had to restart the escape once. How did my opponent do in there?
Yeah, you all were pretty much dead on. In fact, you were actually, I guess because your escape was a little bit slower than Leslie's, so it was like, well, let's gonna have a little lead. So you were really in the same path there until, like you just said, that shovel. That shovel was the great deviator right there.
Wow. That's funny because the only reason I checked shovel before Zora was because I was hoping to literally dig up some money.
Yeah, I think both of y'all were under for money anyway. So and then of course not having the flippers at one point, so I was like, no point in doing that.
Oh yeah, I had flippers early. I forget where.
But yeah, man, you pulled it up, man, and of course moving to 4 and 2. good feeling amongst this very, very competitive tournament.
Yeah, not eliminated. Got one more race. I'm pretty happy with 4 wins out of 7. To be honest, I don't want to say that and then set myself up for a loss next week, but like winning 4 is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so. Whew. Man, I'm still nervous.
Definitely good. Don't be nervous now. You're done now. Put the controller down.
I know, I'm done now, but before this race, I had a Zelda 1 Battle Royale, in which, last place goes home and everybody else advances. There were 7 players and I took 6th. So I was nervous because of that. And then I came in and right away there was that bomb escape where I messed up my escape.
See.
So I was nervous the entire run. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just lost, a minute or 2 on my escape. I got to hustle this whole seat, And then...
You got to get y'all an intervention. We got to get you all away from this one.
I made it, though. First
did,
sword,
man.
1 hour, 26 minutes. Those stats. Also, Flute at 1 hour, 31. Thanks, Flute and Ganon's Tower.
First sword that long in, and you beat the game like 20 minutes later. That's really good.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, wow. I tell you what, man, it's really good stuff here. And again, not to mention that both of you all took advantage of doing dark rooms. No one had time for that lamp, apparently.
Oh, really? Leslie didn't get the lamp?
Yeah, that lamp was well, it has it now, but you all both did your dark rooms there in.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I think the only dark rooms I had to do were, well, Pod actually, and technically rescuing the old man. So, yeah, that was a funny place for a lamp. Can you imagine? If you weren't comfortable with dark rooms and you had to get lamp out of hammer pegs, that would be.
Yeah, I believe that Leslie actually backed out of Pod's dark rooms. Had a little problem on the left side upstairs, so.
Yeah, I remember making a list of. I was making a list of go mode items that were like, okay, I need a mirror for Swamp Palace, and then maybe a fire rod for ice. And I guess that's it, man. I just need two other swords besides those 2 items. And then right as I was making that mental list, I opened the first chest of Pod, got that mirror. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll look for my swords in Swamp Palace next. That's what the game wants me to do. Yep.
By the way, Leslie with that triple to start off on Aga too, man.
Ooh.
Man, 3-1.
3-1-1. I mean, he's kind of in rude locations. Not very easy to get a whole lot of multiple hits, but until this last perfect lineup that I think you got as well.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta love that. So again, Leslie as well, pretty similarly matched here in low 3. So Silver's very, very early, so not much problem either. It's just going to be a pretty easy fight for Leslie as well. I ain't gonna say easy, but not too bad, should I say.
You found the same 3 swords as well?
Yeah, both of y'all were. You found the same swords at the same location. Find that first sword down there in Bunny.
Yep.
And then of course 2 in Ganon's Tower, because especially that's what we were just talking about in commentary about the fact that you hope that Big Key was probably a little farther out, just so you had more chance to find Master and hopefully maybe a sword above that as well, which you did.
And indeed, that's exactly what happened. Yep.
Of course, we all want to know where the heck was Butter at, maybe.
Yeah, Spike Cave, Pyramid.
I'm pretty sure Butter's in Meyer or some world.
Butter's on Trinex, of course.
Let's put Butter in Meyer because the flute was in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I was like, man, what if they are outside of Ganon's Tower for even with 20+ locations? What if they're all outside?
Could happen. You could put 2 swords in Meyer Shed and then 2 swords in Meyer.
2 swords in the shed. How perfect would that be?
That'd be great. And then you put the flute in Ganon's Tower like this game did.
I've seen worse seats, yeah.
We're literally giving you all ideas to make your customized game here.
I mean, yeah. There's a whole Plendo community out there. Of course, I mean, they always like horrible, horrible trolls.
And Leslie's be a little careful here. I'm not sure if Leslie has any. I think he has a blue. Does he?
I don't know.
He's only had 1 hit on. There's No, he tried to go for the triple. This might be his last chance here.
Oh, it takes a fall!
That is devastating. Yeah, he's gonna You only have one more chance to light those torches in. One silver away from completing it. Yeah, those knockbacks are pretty brutal. If again, when you get hit by a bat, you get knocked the opposite way your D-pad input is. And you think you're gonna get hit, just let go of that D-pad and you'll literally just stay in position, which is a little ironic, honestly. Because in every other hit of the game will knock you somewhere.
Yeah, that's a weird mechanic that is really a heads-up play. You know, seriously, let go of the D-pad.
I mean, it's fantastic program. It's like, oh, you're pressing a way to stay on. It's like, I got him. Just knock your butt off, and the knockback on the bat is ridiculous, man. It's just, you get knocked out like 3 or 4 positions. It seems like. So no surprise, they're gonna get some blue magic that can wrap up this game, and back to Ganon's Tower we go.
Still no flute, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I guess he missed. He didn't get the flute in Ganon's Tower.
Where was the flute?
Flute was in the second chest.
Yeah, it was in the second on the left side. So
how did he miss that?
Yeah, he got it. He got it. Just didn't activate it.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think anybody would probably activate that point anyway.
Does anybody remember where the red cane was?
It was in the game. Specifically, no. Wait, where was that red cane?
Because it ended up being a red cane required Ganon's Tower, but
yeah,
neither Maya nor Turtle Rock were needed.
Yeah, it was pretty. Red King was pretty late.
It would have been something to miss that red cane, go into Ganon's Tower, and then need it. But I guess neither of us did.
I think Paradox Cave is where that red cane was.
Okay, yeah, and can you imagine if we had our swords, right? And then we weren't digging Paradox Cave before Ganon's Tower. We missed the red cane. And then you need it for Ganon's Tower. You're like, wait, oh no.
Well, you don't technically need the red cane. Well, for right side, I guess.
Yeah, for right side.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where the big key was. That would have been fun. Oh no, you put the red cane in Meyer, vanilla spot, and you put the flute in Ganon's Tower. There we go, we did it.
What is this? It's like a verbal seed generator here or something, man. Oh my goodness.
Remind me never to play a Plando that you make, Catastrophe. I will just refuse.
Yeah, there's more ideas for you. Because you all being straight sadistic today. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so Leslie this time we can gotta watch out here. One that double bumped the doggone torque glitch. Can't really blame him there. This will probably be another double here.
No, it should be if he gets everything right out.
Okay. Ooh. Gotta watch out for this bat here. Alright, we're good. Well. Uh-oh. The game literally said, one more hit now. He's making it
trying to save the man. You got a blue potion for a reason.
He's got a really awkward timing on the torches now with the kind of he can get like one shot in between because of the thickness of it.
There it is.
So Leslie.
GG Leslie Pro 04.
We are in there. Getting Ganon taken care of as well. Congrats to Leslie. Both of our players finishing up these seeds. Those are 203, 20-ish time there. So
and GG Leslie Pro joining us in the room. You with us?
Yep, I'm with you guys. GG Catastrophe. Well played. That seed would have definitely been an interesting one for Swordless because for me, I did not have my first sword until I was already 5 crystals in. That was long for me.
Yeah. Both of your first swords were Super Bunny Cave. That was the first sword.
Yeah, GG Leslie, and same here. I saved Hera for last because I figured I would go straight from Hera into Ganon's Tower, and my first sword was Super Bunny's Cave, right before Hera, and yep. The commentators were telling me that we both pretty much did the same thing. Yeah, just I dug up Titan's Mid a little earlier.
Yep, that, and you also probably didn't fumble around in the dark like I did, because that got me in Pod, and it got me in Eastern. So I definitely lost time on that exchange there. I figured I needed to bust out everything I knew in the book, and unfortunately, those two things happened to not work in my favor. Couldn't get it figured out, and that's why I left Pod when I did, is because I was lost. I'm like, you know what? No, this is taking too much time. I gotta go.
Yeah, those dark rooms. Those dark rooms. If you don't know them, man, I mean, I just did time tonight myself actually, and oh boy, it's one of those things that it's such a rough one. You know, Eastern not too bad. Pod, especially when you start getting down to the bottom area. I mean, you still got a lot of room to get through, but.
Yeah, I was at that point where it was taking too much time, and I didn't have fire rods, so I couldn't cheese the turtle party room in the bottom area. So I'm like, yeah, this is getting put for last. But yeah, it was definitely a good call to do Tower of Hera last, because I figured I could have done that when I saw the second item. Just shook my head on that and knew that good ideas did not pan out.
Yeah. I know one thing that kind of put you a little bit far behind was that shovel. That was the edge that Catastrophe got over you. Having that shovel, you know, eventually time to, you know, what you needed. That doggone
Titan's Mid.
Yeah. That was the thing right there.
Yeah, I had a hunch. I took a bit too long with the fetch quest because I wanted to route that in with some other stuff, but unfortunately that other stuff wound up being a bit too long, so that case my own routing got me there, but not from making mistakes like my last couple of weeks. This week I thought, save for the deaths, I thought it would end the darkroom troubles, it was clean. I'm curious, what was on pay? Arrow boost. Nothing of importance this time.
Yeah. But yeah, man, nevertheless, man, again, maybe not victorious, but again, getting through a seed that was very at one time, especially making you both have to show off a lot of gameplay without any swords and having to use your hammer pretty heavily and menuing all over the place and swamp and whatnot. So definitely shows another side where, you know, not having a sword kind of makes a kind of new challenge. Just getting through a seed, you don't have it. And it's in the logic, so it happens.
It certainly is. It's like my comment said, this would have been a pretty good, interesting seed in the swordless logic, but because of how long we went without swords, we really had to make use of the hammer. Like, I used hammer to get through Thieves Town, as well as a ton of other weapons throughout. Hammer also played a role against Cold Stare. And unfortunately, the other thing at the end that I didn't like, last arrow, gain and fall, low on magic, I just potioned up because what choice did I have at that point?
Yeah, man.
Sure, who was dropping magic, so I took the sure thing.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, man. One silver away, and the bat got you, man.
Yep, the bat decided to burn me, basically. And unfortunately, this doesn't put me in the best of spots. The one thing I have going for me is that I started 3-0, then dropped the next 3. So could I break through as one of the possibly the 4 or 3 to go through? I doubt it, but I don't know what my chances will be unless I win next week. And, well, that's the tough thing at this point, because I'm going against tough competition, so nothing's guaranteed at this point.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, these players got to get good to get this far here. So, definitely a lot of skill set. So, don't feel too discouraged, man, because it's just got it's so many players, hundreds of players in this thing. So,
yep, started with 512, which is a lot of players for one tournament. And I'll admit, I was happy that I managed to not only win the first race, but to win 2 more after that. Unfortunate what happened in the 2 races prior to this, but that's water under the bridge at this point. As for this one, thought I did pretty well. Just a couple of things that didn't quite work out. Whereas for Catastrophe, some different things that he did that worked out brilliantly. That's the way this randomizer goes. I've seen it happen plenty of times in the nightly races, as well as the seeds that I've played, where sometimes the game gives you a split path, and the path you take winds up being a rougher one. So it goes.
Yep, and that's it. That is definitely the truth. And of course, all those watching, if you all haven't played this randomizer yourself, there is no free. No, it is free. I'm just kidding you. It is free. You can go to the website. You can just provide, follow the simple instructions. Join the Discord channel in case you have any help, especially if you want to participate in contributing to development, like making different sprites or things like that. Tons of stuff that you can use. You can play it yourself. Just need a browser. Get the game, you can figure all that stuff out. You all are smart, intellectual people. You all can join, and who knows, maybe you'll beat in one of these tournaments just like these 2 players are. Or should I say 3? Because Ratage's totally in the tournament too. I'm just chilling.
Man, I'm barely in the tournament. I'm so bad they don't even let me be on the restream anymore.
I'm just living.
Oh really? Oh really? You actually played this seat. You played this seat fantastically. If you keep playing like this, man, I don't know. You have a shot at making a run, and I think it's possible.
Thank you, but that was Vitasia talking.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Don't worry, Vitasia, you have a chance too. Yes.
You know what? That's the dream. I appreciate it. But,
positive vibes.
Oh, but GG, both Leslie Pro 04 and Catastrophe. Any closing thoughts from either of you guys?
1 more week. I'm excited.
That it is. 1 more week. I just have to win to give myself a chance. Nothing guaranteed. Catastrophe, if you win, you're in, and I wish you the best of luck. Get that win, get in, and make some noise.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Leslie.
All right. Well, GG once again to both Leslie Pro 04 and Catastrophe. If you liked what you saw from these runners, go ahead and give them a follow. Also, big shout out to J-Lo doing all of our tracking. My God, I don't know where we'd be without our trackers in this tournament.
It could be like that one nightly that LOZ Cards Fan 23 and I commentated a couple weeks ago where we were doing the tracking. That's a challenge in itself, and hats off to anybody that's done both commentary and tracking. It's not easy.
Oh, absolutely not. Also, Big John, man, you were on my short list of people that I haven't commentated with, and I always wanted to. This has been an absolute pleasure, man.
I'm so sorry that you had to endure this, but it was always fun, man. It was cool. You scared the living mess out of me when you hopped on. Good, man. I'm gonna go take my mom's blood pressure pills to kind of calm myself down, my heart down a little bit.
See, I thought Slim had messaged you. I saw you, I was popped into chat. I just finished another race, so I popped over and it's I'm gonna watch another race, and I'm like, so, you're flying solo? What? This can't happen. So
no, because I was cool with it, because the previous person had previous engagement, and I've done it before. I can handle it, and I wasn't glancing over, so I was like, oh, it's okay. So I'm all good. I might have nightmares in there, but I'll get through it.
I mean, I would have nightmares about me too. That's okay.
Oh my goodness, man! But it's been cool, man. It's been cool. Again, GG to all of our players and co-comment with Tizzy and stuff, and all those who are watching. Make sure you all continue to check out all the awesome action. Again, check that schedule on Speed Gaming. There is so much stuff to do. There's going to be so many more races. Of course, this tournament is getting to the good stuff now here, where every match is, do or die at this point, Not much room for error now. We start getting 3 and 2 in these 4 matches. So make sure you check the schedule. Check out all the good stuff across all the Speed Gaming Network of channels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Link to past randomizer as well. with some of those matches, since there's just so many of them. You know, there's so many matches that happen every day that you never even see because they're not even restreamed, you know? Just that many people involved. So make sure you check that schedule. Follow these runners. If you have pity on us, you can follow the commentators if you want to. Hey, follow our tracker dog on it. The undiscovered JLo7 doing the hard work. The unheard, unsung hero down there. So make sure you forget them as well. All right. Is that about it?
Yeah, I think that's gonna about wrap it up for us tonight.
Yep. So tune in tomorrow for more audible sensations from the amazing Vestasia, soon to be on The Voice and whatever's left of American Idol. Anyway.
Oh man.
And all that good stuff. So with that being said, yo, I'm Big John, and he's him.
Yeah, I'm Vestasia.
And we'll see y'all next time. Have y'all yourselves a good evening, and get out, please. Yeah, go check out Speed Gaming 2. There's more stuff over there, right? Speed Gaming 2, more Randomizer. Speed Gaming 2. Yes,
there's a race that just started a little bit ago. Speed Gaming 2. Dio Games versus Jax Refi. Get over there.
Yep. Speed Gaming 2, y'all. See y'all next time. Have a good night. Ta-ta.